Okay, first of all, your name?
Nikki Pollard.
Nikki, spell your last name?
P-O-L-L-A-R-D.
Tell me what happened this morning.
Well, I was outside here on the porch untangling the dog, and all of a sudden the house blew up. And it blew out all the windows to everybody's house. And
kind of describe what you saw.
Everything, you could see it above the tree line. It just blew up straight up and out.
The whole house did, or what?
Oh yeah, and then it was all a bunch of fire. I don't know if that was a propane tank or what.
Yeah, what about, did it knock you down here? Tell me a little bit what happened over here. I mean, how much of it did you feel?
The whole thing, it knocked me over. And when I ducked down, and when I ducked, it knocked me over. And then when I turned to look, I seen the fire, and then I seen my house.
What do you think? The house, quite a bit of damage? Quite a bit of glass in your place?
Oh yeah.
Every window.
Wow.
It's kind of buckled in, it's buckled out. It turned the shower on. I don't understand that one.
Some sort of fire.
So you guys were home this morning?
I was.
What did you hear?
Oh, will you stop? I don't want to do this. Please.
What did you hear?
Nothing. I just heard it blow up. I was outside.
Did it startle you?
It scared me. I thought we were going to war. As much crap is on TV anymore.
But your attention went that way, obviously,
Oh
right?
yeah, because that's where it was.
Was there a fire, or what did you see? What did you hear? Explain.
It blew up and it went above the tree line, and then when it all fell down, the whole thing over there was on fire. And everybody's on their phone calling for the fire trucks and stuff.
So obviously your attention was that way, and then when did you turn around and see what happened here?
A little bit afterwards, because I had let go of my dog because it scared me. And then I couldn't find the dog, and then the rest of the house looks like crap now. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, obviously the blast of the explosion, the force, right?
They said they heard it all the way up in Dacus. How far? And you said what? Walden?
Yeah.
So it went pretty far.
And talk to me about the damage you have here. What?
I still don't have a clue. I just know I have no windows. And all the whatever the metal stuff is buckled in and buckled out, and I don't know.
Things fall to the ground inside?
Oh God, yeah. Everything off the walls, off the shelves. So.
Do you know those ladies?
I didn't realize that's who was in there. They're the neighbors that live at the in-house.
Right.
I guess they were in there cleaning up or something.
What do you know about Nikki? What do you know about the baby?
Man, he's little. He's only like 7 months old, maybe 8 months.
8.
Pushing it. Yeah, he's little. He's just born.
What are your thoughts now when you hear about?
I want to cry because they're such good people, and they always come in here, and I don't know. I don't know, when you live amongst your neighbors and stuff, and crap like that happens. I mean, I didn't know anybody was even in that house. Because after the mama died, nobody ever went in there. I'm scared to death for them.
Tell me, I'm sorry, what?
I was going to say they're good people. No,
You just never know, huh?
Hell no, you don't. It's too scary. I don't know, go home and check your propane tanks.
Tell me your name.
Is Nikki.
Nikki, is it N-I-K-K-I? And last name?
Pollard. P-O-L-L-A-R-D.
Thank you. How long have you lived here?
About 6 years.
Okay. So you've known them the whole time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because she takes off. You're going. You're going to be on your butt.
So Jennifer Moak, and how old is Jennifer?
Jennifer is 58.
Okay. And then the aunt?
Lena is 65.
And that's L-E?
L-E-A.
Are you the police in this office?
Well.
In your pocket?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time.
Okay. I've just never wanted propane. But it sure is good for starting.
No, it's gonna be about an hour before they get out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's at least an hour.
Thank you.
What's going on, man? Oops, I guess I know where I'm heading to.
Yeah, I think me too.
I'm gonna find the closest tree.
Side of the
Some of
house.
it's just stuck. It won't even come off.
Well, don't mess with it. Somebody's gonna get cut.
No,
Some
you know.
of it's the railroad commissioner's here. That's what he said he was taking.
And I hope it gets
Right here.
so glad you were okay. I was just like, oh my God. No, but Jennifer Lee and the baby. I can't find
Responded to a report of a building or a house that exploded this morning. We actually had an employee of the phone company was in the area. There was a DPS trooper and at least one other good Samaritan. They heard the explosion, they rushed over. Parts of the building were still burning, but as you can see, it was basically flat and large chunks of the house are up in the trees. All that's consistent with a gas explosion. We can confirm at this time that the house did have LP gas service to it, so obviously we're looking at what could have caused that type of explosion. That's the only thing that we see at this time. We have significant injuries. There was an infant found in the debris, severely injured, both trauma and burns. Our understanding is that the trooper and the Consolidated Phone employee actually went in there, were able to find that child in the debris, dig them out, get them out, and hand them off to firefighters as soon as they arrived. Both of the victims that are 65 and 50-year-old female occupants of the home were flown by a medical helicopter to to Hermann downtown. The infant was flown to UTMB Galveston. All of them are in critical condition. They have inhalation burns to their respiratory tract. They have severe physical burns across most of their body, and in some cases they have some trauma from being thrown about in the explosion. So we don't have any more updates. We'll have that at 3 o'clock on their condition. As the day progresses, we'll be able to tell you more. What I can tell you, since we suspect that LP gas is involved, we've notified the Texas Railroad Commission. They are the state regulatory agency for the LP gas industry. They've already joined us here, and they'll be joining us throughout our investigation. We'll conduct a joint investigation, and we're going to seek to find all the answers as to what happened that we can. We can't share more because it's an early investigation, and we don't have all those details yet, but we will have another briefing, and we'll share what we can at that time.
Last time you've seen something like this, Jimmy, this kind of destruction.
The last time that we saw an incident like this was an LP gas explosion near the city of Shenandoah several years ago. Some of the same characteristics that we see, a house totally destroyed, parts of it in the tops of trees. The only difference there was we had a home that was unoccupied and we had no serious injuries, but we had a home that was devastated. This one obviously is very tragic because these folks were in the home when it happened, and all their indications of that they were inside the house when it occurred, because again they're burned across most of their body and they have the physical trauma as well. So they were caught up in the explosion. To give you an idea of the significance of the explosion, one of the issues that the firefighters were dealing with is a gasoline leak. It appears that a freezer in the house was launched into a car in the yard, ruptured the gasoline tank, so they have gasoline on the ground as well. So a very traumatic day for a family here. They're well known in this community. They're well known by our firefighters in this community, so it's a really tough day for our firefighters as well. Several of them have gone back to the station. We'll be bringing in counseling for them. They've seen some pretty horrific things this morning, so they're going to have some issues there that they're dealing with as well. And we have a community that's pretty well devastated right now. These are well-known folks, they're well-liked, and a community in mourning right now, and hopefully that they'll be able to get through these types of injuries, but they are tragic and they are significant at this time is what I can tell you.
Are any other neighbors hurt?
We have no other reports of neighbors injured. We do have obviously some reports of damage throughout the area. It appears that most of the damage was done here on the property itself. So, yes, sir.
I was wondering if when we get done, if you could do a live interview
Yes,
with Channel 11.
and I'll be glad to do live interviews with individual stations as you want to do that. I can tell you we kind of settled on 3 o'clock for a follow-up briefing, and we'll give you more details as we go there.
How old of the home?
I don't have all the details yet. The child was 5 months old, and we're understanding that the child is not a child of one of the occupants, that they may have been caring for the child. So some of that information, we're working with the family. I can tell you that the family's asked us not to release any names right now. We have a 65-year-old female occupant, a 50-year-old female occupant. They went to, again, Hermann downtown for the burn center, and then the 5-month-old was flown by helicopter to UTMB Galveston.
Boy or
Down the way up to mainly through my mother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're okay. We're going to pull that pop up here. Let's do that one first. Since
Folks, the Railroad Commission is now in charge of this scene. He asked me to have y'all go back to the other side of the road. That's coming from